go. Let's make it happen. Let's live stream. Let's get ahead of ourselves. All right, boys and girls, here we go. What is this? This is my... Oh, that's a little better. A nice little treat. Okay, here we are. Oh, somebody's watching. Maybe it's me. Okay. Let's get this. All right, let's get this party started. Here we go. We are live on YouTube, and I'm going to start recording my episode here. This is something fun I like to do because it just sort of eliminates a little bit of the middleman for me. I am going to be recording via live stream, sending this podcast episode out to YouTube. It's great to be here. It's a beautiful day in Wisconsin, and I am ready to rock and roll. Let's get the recording going. We are live streaming. All right, here we go. Let's start the episodes, shall we? Let's. There we go. Hello and welcome back to the Martial Arts and Crafts podcast. I am your host, Sarah Deacon, and I am just thrilled to be here. Man, summer is flying by, isn't it? It is going fast. So I am here back with you. We are having another chat about the body. I think my last solo cast episode was on body image and the feelings that brings up. So I have a episode for you today, Song of the Body. It is about an experience that I had recently that I plan to replicate, the experience of getting a massage. And I tell you, friends, people, please, if you have not gotten yourself a massage or taken care of your body in some way that feels good to you, do it. I mean, that's the bottom line of this episode. And I'm going to talk for probably 10 or 15 more minutes about it. But that's, if you are already over it and don't want to listen to the rest of the episode, that's the bottom line here. Take care of yourselves, people, please, because it matters. And here is why. Let's get into the episode. Now, maybe it's just the circles that I run in online. Maybe it's my very carefully curated list of pages and people that I follow. But to me, it seems like a lot of the messages I get on social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or elsewhere, it seems like a lot of the messages coming at me are memes, images, videos, reels, whatever, talking about supporting yourself. I couldn't quite put my finger on exactly how I wanted to introduce this. What I see are quotes and images basically saying the same thing. You are loved. You are worthy. You are valuable. I mean, as a coach, I am singing the same tune, let me tell you. And this, again, I curate people in my feeds that are going to be reinforcing what I try to practice and also teach others, what I do practice and do teach others. You are valuable. You're worthy. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace. Treat yourself as you would treat your best friend or most cherished family member. Love yourself. Slow down. Be intentional about your self-care because it matters. Practice mindfulness. Be present. Be still. I speak these messages. I also receive these messages in the form of, like I said, images, memes, reels, people talking, same tune over and over, preaching to the choir. Essentially, we know this. If you follow me, if you follow people like me, if you follow these positive affirmation type influencers and gurus and whatever, we are all sitting here singing this song. And yet it continues to need to be sung because even most of us cannot manage to find our own way out of high gear by ourselves. Right? We know it in our minds to slow down, We can tell ourselves, should all over ourselves, like, I should really take some time off. I should go on a vacation. I should take a nap. I should rest. And all the beautiful quotes and encouraging posts in our feeds can't snap us out of the scroll for long either, because we're just going through the motions. We're in this habit. We've got this momentum of like, oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I should really do that. And then what do? We forget about it. It goes down into the back recesses of our minds, which can be effective, but we can't do it on our own. If we could do it on our own, we would have done it already. Let me say that again. If we could do it on our own, we would have done it already. That's why we need each other reinforcing these things, expressing to us, look, you're going too fast. You're going to burn out. Sleep matters too. Productivity doesn't always look like the boxes checked on a checklist. We can produce by being just as much as we can produce by doing. And sometimes our doing production improves when we increase our being production. All right. So a while ago, last month, a couple of months ago, I don't know, I went through another period. I go through this every once in a while, did some deep soul work. I went through a dark period, a few days. And this was, a month or two ago, I was scheduled and invited by a friend, to receive a massage as I was going through some tough stuff emotionally. Now, when I had thought about getting myself a massage, it seemed so selfish. Well, there's so much I need to do. There's people who rely on me. There's people who depend on me, and I need to produce. I need to be active. I need to keep going. I need to hustle. Getting a massage is so indulgent, so superficial. I'm already pretty relaxed. I don't have that much trouble with stress. Hi, can you hear me deluding myself when I even say that? And I do tend to be a fairly relaxed, joyful person already. That is the truth. And gosh, we all are dealing with some level of stress, right? But still, I was telling myself, I'm already pretty relaxed. Why spend the extra time? Why spend the money to just relax in a different way? But I booked it though. I did. And I think that, and the reason I'm talking about it today, that massage, it kind of changed everything. Now, before you start thinking about what possible methods this massage might have entailed to change everything, let me say this. This is a very upscale establishment with a massage therapist that I knew very personally and trusted entirely, right? So nothing dirty. Don't go there. But the thing is, I was already kind of in this raw emotional state on that day that the physical experience of receiving a therapeutic massage was also at the same time a very profound spiritual experience. One of the more spiritual experiences I've had in a while. And now in martial arts and crafts, on the podcast, in my coaching, in my life, I have expressed often how the body is sometimes the key to unlocking something in the mind, emotion, or spirit, right? I preach this importance of accessing the whole self, of holistic health, a holistic well-being, mental, spiritual, emotional, physical health. They all go together. It's all connected. And I tell clients, friends, and acquaintances all the time about the importance of self-care. I echo what all those awakened internet people that I mentioned before are promoting. I echo it. Mindfulness, meditation, presence, intentional actions, prioritizing your self-care, appreciating yourself for exactly who you are in this now moment. At the same time, I will admit that I'm not sure how well I've practiced all the things that I preach. I do have boundaries around my time. I have regular habits that make me a priority so that I can take better care of my loved ones. I have made some adjustments, some small minor adjustments, some major adjustments in my own attitudes, expectations, and actions to make the most of my time here on earth. And I fall short often, very often. I work on the weekends. I often give in to my kids' requests for more screen time or certain snacks just so that I can finish something that I'm immersing myself in, work wise or personal wise or whatever. I say no more than I'd like to, and I say yes to more than I might reasonably accomplish. I am a work in progress, just like you. I also know the power that comes with slowing down and listening to my body, my heart, and my soul. I know that I feel more anxious when I don't meditate or when I don't do my morning yoga practice. I am on a pretty decent streak right now, actually. It's been every single morning for at least 20 minutes. And it makes a difference. I know that if I miss a day, I'm gonna be not thrilled about it. My body's not going to be thrilled about it. I know that when I eat like crap, my body reacts by feeling like, guess what? Crap. I know that withholding love leaves me feeling lonely, sad, and unloved. And I know that each of my choices has consequences, positive, negative, right, wrong, good, bad, whatever. I can even sometimes predict those consequences if I pay a little bit of attention. So it was in this effort to practice what I preach, practice some radical self-care, that I went and got this massage. And as I was there, as my body was receiving the most magnificent, loving attention, my mind was having a little trouble. My mind went to several different interesting places. I had turned off my cell phone before I went in for my massage. I turned it off completely. And I was just considering turning it back on when my massage therapist brought me into the room. And I was like, okay, I guess it's too late. I'm not going to turn it back on. Just going to go with it. But I was inside totally freaking out. I mean, imagine for a minute just turning off your phone and sitting with it for an hour, 2 hours, being completely unable to connect, completely disconnected from that virtual world that we rely so heavily on. Yeah, I was freaking out. What if someone was trying to reach me? My kids, my husband, the school, other parents, my parents, their parents, I don't know, anybody's parents. Turning off the phone is a very unsettling experience, even if you're just thinking about doing it right now. I mean, how are you feeling in your body when you just think about turning it off? Right? So that's the place I was in at the beginning of the session, right? What these thoughts were telling me as they slowly worked their way through my brain and eventually melted out and away via the muscles and the manipulation of the muscles of my body. What this told me was that I am actually more attached to certain things than I like to admit. I'm attached to my phone, and I'm attached to all those reasons that I feel attached to my phone. The kids, the husband, the school, the parents. I don't know. What if I miss a notification or something important, something I need to jump on right now? I don't know. This was telling me that my mindfulness practices, while effective, might need a little bit of an adjustment to extend more deeply into my own use of technology, possibly my family's too. Now, like I said, I've come a long way. I'm very proud of the improvement that I've seen in this area. And there's always further to go, right? There's always more to do. New level, new devil, right? We level up. Hey, guess what? There's a harder boss. Now, I mentioned earlier that around this time that I got the massage, I had been going through some sort of a emotional challenge, emotional upheaval. And that might be a story for another time. Because of my emotional state, I knew that I needed to adjust some things in my life and about my perceptions, my thoughts, my attitudes, beliefs, even. I had been working on shifting some beliefs, both by myself and with other people, other coaches. And I was finding exactly that it was more difficult to work with my own limiting beliefs on my own, isolated, thinking I had to do it and figure it all out myself. It was harder to do that than it was to help others navigate through their and unpack their limiting beliefs, to navigate through their own thoughts, feelings, perceptions, beliefs. In doing my work with coaching myself, I coach other people, I identify the areas where the beliefs, where the thoughts, feelings are lodged. And I was able to do that for myself, just as I'm able to help other people identify these areas for themselves. So I was able to take myself there, but I wasn't quite sure what the next step in the process was. I could identify where they were or what was actually going on or coming up in my beliefs, but I couldn't necessarily undo them or reprogram them or let them go. Something was still holding on. Something was still attached. Now, if you don't really know what I'm talking about with, feelings, thoughts, beliefs in the body, that's okay. Because I don't quite understand it either. But the main idea is everything is energy, including our thoughts, our emotions, our beliefs. And sometimes that energy, if it's not moving properly through the body the way it should, and that's a word where it actually should move through the body, like should actually mean should. We are supposed to move every one of these things through our body and come out with not holding on to these things. I barely understand it, as much as some other people, like energy workers. Reiki is a way to tap into and release and move the energy from the body. And there's other things, emotion code and things like that, which can help move that energy. But it is a thing. It's science that energy can get stored or move, get trapped or move. If we trap our energy, then it might block us off from receiving or moving other energy. And it can kind of compound like that. It's tough. So I'm pretty new in that space, and, being able to feel it and to know it. This is part of the struggle I was going through. So as I received the massage, my mind, of course, continued to wander. I had some of those, anxious thoughts I mentioned about my attachments to my phone. What if I'm missing a call? What if I'm missing something important? But for the most part, I really made the effort to allow my mind to wander. And when it did, I would bring it back. So I wanted my mind to relax, and I wanted to really still be present in the moment with the sensations that my body was receiving. I'm trying to kind of bring myself back to that moment and what I was thinking, what I was feeling, and how I was responding, by, yes, allowing my mind to let go and also keeping it present. So my intention was to release the tension from my body, or allow the tension to release through receiving the relaxing therapeutic massage. And my body was holding some tension for sure. What I began to notice, what I began to feel in my skin, my muscles, tissues, even in my bones, was this revelation of how truly, truly incredible the body really is. Yes, the body is amazing. It has features, functions, and capabilities that no man-made machine or technology can replicate. The body has powers beyond our current understanding of it. And we know this. I mean, that's a lot of what science even is trying to figure out how this all even works. What I felt there as I was receiving this massage was a profound understanding, like feeling this, like understanding this in my bones, this deep, deep knowledge of love from my creator. I felt like the most precious creature that ever walked the earth. It was real, it was present, and it was a physical, visceral response to receiving this love, this touch. As the oil soaked into my skin and my massage therapist's hands rolled over my limbs, I received, and I was able to let go and unlock something and open enough that I could receive without the guilt that I had brought there with me. I let my stories of my own unworthiness melt away, fall away, let them go for even just a few moments, just for a little while. I received the love through her hands. I received the love of my Heavenly Father. I woke up to new levels of knowledge about my true value. I received this deep sense, this inner knowing, this acceptance of my pricelessness in the eyes of God. I mean, that's powerful stuff. I mean, you think of massage as just sort of something that relaxes you, something relaxing. Oh, I work out the kinks in my muscles. No, it was, like I said at the beginning, a spiritual experience. So what do I do now? Right? I'm thinking, what do I do now? I mean, I experienced this for a moment, but of course, that was a moment. And moments like that don't always last because we are so wired to see the negative, to be brought back to reality, to the real world, to, the muck of life. Right. So it goes away. Right. I didn't even spend the remaining part of the day in that profound sense of spiritual awakening. Right. But I held it. It was there. And I knew that it was possible to be there. So I wondered what to do with it, what to do with this experience. And that's why I'm talking about it. That's why I wrote about it. That's why I am sharing it. This glimpse of divine connection and powerful love, incredibly powerful love. And if you have never felt that, even if you're not a God person, I know people who are tapped into the energies, frequencies of the universe, that the universe is love. Love is abundantly all around us. I put out the other day a quote. I think I made it up, but maybe somebody else has said it before. Even if you can't feel the love right now, that doesn't mean it's not there. Love is there. Love is out there. Love is in here. Love is in us, in you, in me, in all of us, in everything. Just because you're not feeling it right now doesn't mean it's not there. So I want to tell you that if you are neglecting your physical body, your emotional, mental, or spiritual bodies, they're also being neglected because it's all connected. Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual bodies are connected. If you are spending time in prayer, but not in motion, you are missing out on part of the experience. If you're expressing your emotions freely, but not working them out through the body, you're holding on to more than you probably realize. If you are thinking more than you're moving, you're still far from realizing your full potential. The physical body is where the other energetic bodies reside. The physical body gives access to the rest, gives access to your full being, or it blocks it. The truth is, you, me, all of us, you are sacred. We are sacred. You are holy. We are holy. You are worthy and you are inspired. You are loved. You are known. You are valued and you are priceless beyond your imagination. All of you, your body, your mind, your heart, your spirit. If you can learn to properly care for this body, to give it the love and attention it truly deserves, you might be able to unlock a little bit more of the rest. So what steps could you take today to show appreciation for your physical body? If that's not something that you're used to doing, maybe just give your body some deep cleansing breaths. Maybe take it for a walk in the sunshine. Maybe dance. Maybe try some yoga, lift a weight, or drink an extra glass of water, because how you treat your body, it matters. It matters for your soul. It matters for your mind and for your emotions. How you treat your body impacts everything, whether you realize it or not. When the body is in a better alignment, when you improve the body's alignment, the mind follows, the emotions follow, the soul follows. So treat it well. If you've seen the kind of platitudes that I've seen on social media or elsewhere from a coach, from a loved one, from a friend, a family member, telling you, slow down, rest. It's okay. It's okay to just be for a while. It's okay not to do 24/7. If you've heard that and haven't taken it to heart yet, the invitation is to do that now. Take it to heart. Do something for your body. Treat it well. Make some good choices, some effective choices, and notice the difference that it makes. Not everybody is comfortable receiving a massage. So find something that makes your body feel good and notice what it also does for your mind and for your emotions. Notice how it connects you to God, to universal energy, to the love around you. Because when we can awake to what the consequences of our actions are, our choices, we can not only avoid the more negative consequences or the more challenging consequences or the difficult consequences or the so-called bad outcomes, but we can enjoy the positive, effective, energizing consequences. We don't tend to call those consequences, do we? We call them results, outcomes, right? There's still consequences of a different choice, consequences of a more effective choice, a more self-honoring choice. So make a self-honoring choice for your body. Listen to its song, listen to what it needs, listen to what it's telling you about the rest of the stuff that's not so easy to diagnose, right? The physical is easy to diagnose. Oh, I have tight muscle. Oh, I twisted my knee. Oh, I kinked my neck, right? The physical is easy. But what else is hiding there? What other energies are there? What's going on in the mind and the heart and the spirit? To wake up, see if you can, I don't want to say diagnose, but see if you can pay attention to the consequences of some of the other stuff. And again, by just taking a small step towards more self-honoring choices when it comes to your body, when it comes to your physical self, notice the impact on the rest. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for being here. I love talking about this stuff. And if you are in the local Wisconsin area, I would be honored if you would connect with me in person or otherwise. You can find me at my martial arts, the letter N crafts.com or sarahdeacon.com for all my coaching information and ways to work with me, including in person and virtual sessions. You can find me on social media at Sarah Deacon Coach. I am on all the things: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Sarah Deacon Coach. And you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at my martial arts, the letter N crafts. Please don't forget to subscribe to the podcast if you like what I'm doing. I have some awesome things planned for you. And that's it. So like, share, subscribe. If this moved you, if you resonate with what I'm saying here, share it. Tell your friends, leave a review, leave a 5-star rating. I appreciate you. Thank you again for listening to the show, and I will talk to you again next time. Recording stopped, and I have 4 minutes before my next meeting. So thank you for watching on YouTube Live, or if you listen to your podcast on YouTube, that's why I'm here. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and follow along wherever else you want to that I just mentioned at the end of the show. Appreciate you being here. Thank you again for listening, watching, and all the things. Sign off now.